So, welcome to the Uncommon Talks.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Uncommon Talks. Today we have Kshitij with me. So, giving a little background check, Kshitij was my roommate during my engineering days, and we used to study engineering, and he was my roommate. And after completing his graduation, he did his stock market course. So, plus tell me a little bit about the stock market course that you did.
राइट सो अच्छा सो जो यहाँ से मैंने अपनी पढ़ाई करी थी दैट प्लेस इज कॉल्ड NIFM. द फुल फॉर्म इज नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट. अब उसका नाम हो गया यार अरुण जेटली नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ फाइनेंशियल मैनेजमेंट.
Okay.
राइट. ओके. हाँ जी. सो उस जो बेसिक कोर्स का जो 1 साल का ड्यूरेशन था उसमें उन्होंने बेसिकली हमें इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के बारे में, हाउ टू एनालाइज अ कंपनी, ट्रेडिंग के बारे में, अ लिटिल बिट अबाउट इकोनॉमी, डेरिवेटिव्स, इन सब के बारे में 1 साल में क्या कहते हैं थोड़ी बहुत चीजें बताई हैं. सो दैट इज व्हाट द कोर्स वाज बेसिकली अबाउट इन अ जिस्ट. एंड दैट्स आई मीन ठीक है, मणिपाल के टाइम पे इट वाज जस्ट दूर दूर से कि व्हाट एग्जैक्टली अ स्टॉक मार्केट वाज. बट वंस आई वेंट आउट ऑफ मणिपाल एंड आई ग्रेजुएटेड, that again opened up a window for me ki bhai theek hai, let's try this thing out, because engineering never worked for me, right? Ankit knows the whole story.
True.
But we'll not get into that side of the whole Manipal thing, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how I got into NIFM, because I don't know, I think just one fine day I was reading a newspaper और उसमें लिखा आया था about NIFM, and I thought ki bhai let's try it out. The worst thing to lose is actually nothing. It's just to gain some new knowledge on a new day. So that's fine. So that's how I got into NIFM, and the journey to stock market began. Right. Acha, Mirko, before we begin, what is your perception of stock market? Because wahan se na at least एक base form हो जाएगा for the one who are viewing or for someone who will actually view. So tell me what according to you, if you didn't know, because तेरा कोर्स था मणिपाल में
True.
स्टॉक मार्केट पे, तो मेरे को पता उस चीज का है ना. सो बट फॉर अ नेकेड आई जिसको स्टॉक मार्केट का नहीं पता, मेरे को उसके परसेप्शन से बता कि व्हाट डू यू थिंक ऑफ अ स्टॉक मार्केट लाइक.
I think most people take stock market as more of something related to gambling. It is
Right.
considered as unsafe option जिसमें risk ज्यादा है, but at the same time return and loss भी ज्यादा है. So it is such an option जिसमें लोग starting में अगर थोड़ा profit हो जाता है, they try to invest more and in the end they end up losing money and वो exit कर देते हैं stock market से. वो जोश के साथ आते हैं कि we'll invest money, will take a big return home, but at the end जब return नहीं होता, they go back home. So this is what people do.
Right.
And yeah.
Okay, so जैसे तुमने बोला it's gambling, right? That is correct, because जितने भी लोगों से मेरी भी बात हुई ना, after completing my course and after getting into the market, it's been, I don't know, 3.5, 4 years that I've been in the market now. So उनका same reaction रहा है कि stock market is very unsafe. It is a big ass gamble जहाँ पे you end up burning your hand big time. राइट. ओके. सो जो ये गैम्बल वाला वर्ड है ना, एंड जो अपना हाथ बर्न करने वाला वर्ड है, दैट इज समथिंग टू बी थोड़ा हाईलाइट उस पर होता है, क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम ये होती है कि जब भी लोग गैम्बलिंग में भी घुसते हैं, राइट, द प्रॉब्लम विद गैम्बलिंग इज योर रिस्क टू योर रिटर्न इज वेरी डिसप्रोपोर्शनेट, राइट.
True.
वो यू कैन नॉट एक्चुअली स्पेसिफाई और डिफाइन इन वेज, राइट. एंड हाथ बर्न करने वाली बात related उससे ये है कि once you get into something, get into a stock or get into a gamble, if your risk and return is not known, specifically your risk is not known, you'll of course end up burning your hand, because आपको ये नहीं पता होगा कि उस gamble या उस script और stock से कब बाहर निकलना है. So that is why there is this stigma of stock market कि भाई just do not get into it. If you get into it, you have to be very very careful regarding anything. Right. So people over, I don't know, over the period जब से stock market start हुआ है and till date, लोगों को अभी भी डर लगता है, because people end up losing a lot of money because of a lot of reasons. वो we'll get into while we go.
So I have a question related to this only. So what a lot of people do is they turn on their news channels और वहाँ पे जो recommendations आती है by the expert, they follow them.
Right.
So for a beginner, is it a good way to go or not?
Right. No, it's not a good way to go, because अब इसके पीछे ये होता है, let me tell you what happens is कि मान ली मैंने अपना एक न्यूज चैनल में मैंने एक सेगमेंट चालू करा है, स्टॉक मार्केट क्या कहते हैं, हेल्प्स, राइट, दैट गोज बाय द नेम स्टॉक मार्केट हेल्प्स. अब उसमें ये होता है कि मान ले मेरे जो मेरी ऑडियंस है दैट कंसिस्ट ऑफ 100 पीपल, है ना. अब उसमें ये होगा कि मान ले मैंने XYZ लिमिटेड का नाम दिया, राइट. टू आई डिवाइड द ऑडियंस बेसिकली इनटू 50-50, राइट. फर्स्ट 50 को मैंने बाई बोला, सेकंड 50 को मैंने सेल बोला, राइट. नाउ द स्टॉक गोज अप. सेल वाले दे लूज ट्रस्ट इन मी, बाई वाले का ट्रस्ट अपने आप मेरे बढ़ता है. And now again I divide those 50 into subdivisions of half of exactly, right? Again 25-25, again buy, again sell. Buy अगर नीचे गया तो भाई buys out, and if it goes up, the sell is out, and that's how it actually goes, right? So this is how the news in the stock market scene works, which is not actually safe for anyone. Because अब वही हो गया, again 50-50 हो गया पूरा मामला.
So in a way you can take the recommendation.
You don't play on 50-50.
You can take the recommendations, but don't blindly follow them.
Right, you have to do your due diligence pehle before actually listening to these market people, these news people. You
True.
never go blindly. You never go ahead into something what they say. You'll end up losing a lot of money.
True.
A shit ton of money.
And I have a follow-up question. In India, they say that stock market is driven by sentiments. So till what extent is it true?
It's 100% actually, because it's pure psychology. So basically एक चीज होती है, एक होता है fundamental investing, right? एक होती है psychology based investing. Fundamental उसके अंदर एक तरीके से आती है, because psychology plays a big ass role in everything, right? So basically what happens is कि जब भी कोई there is a good news regarding something या कुछ होने वाला है अच्छा, right? So वो चीज factor in करके सारे sentiments को take care करके वो सबके दिमाग में, because they know what's going on, right? So there's one spike up, everybody follows that kind of a psychology ki bhai something is going on, something good is going on in fact, and let's push the market up, let's buy in more, not push, wo to operating ho jayega, let's buy in because ab market mein achhi news lag rahi hai. So that is how sentiments play a lot of work. For someone who is investing for a long time, sentiments play possibly 5 or 10%. Again, that will get into once we proceed in the conversation.
Got it. Now coming on to the IPOs. Recently, we have seen that a lot of people are getting interested in investing in IPOs. So, like, what do you think? Is it a good idea or a bad idea to invest a lot of money?
I am going to counter question you on that. कि मान लेते को ट्रेन पकड़नी है ना, कोई ट्रेन लेनी है तो कोई बाइक लेनी है, पर से एनीथिंग, राइट? सो वुड यू ट्रस्ट समथिंग जो ऑलरेडी पिछले 10 साल से रनिंग है, जिसका ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड अच्छा है, या जस्ट वो अपने लाइफ टाइम में पहली बार आ रही है और जिसका कोई देखो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड नहीं है? व्हाट वुड यू डू?
If I have less money, मेरे reserves कम है, I want to play safe, then yes, I won't buy the new one.
You have, हाँ, मान लेते हैं बस 1 करोड़ है यार, you have 1 crore in the bank right now as of date, right? And तेरे को तूने अपनी पूरी रिसर्च करी, you know कि जो बाइक 10 साल से रनिंग है उसके स्पेक्स कैसे हैं, क्या हो रहा है, क्या नहीं हो रहा, and then there is completely new brand, right? That you've just because you've heard on some news, वो just अभी आने वाली है. What would you do as a sensible person?
I won't buy that, the new one.
Exactly, that's an IPO right now. You have answered the question yourself.
But what about the companies which are already in the market? Say, for example, there is Zomato. People know about Zomato, and they have a good reputation in India. It is running successfully. So companies like these, जिनका पहले से name है, they have a strong brand value. What would you say about that?
I still won't recommend that, because पहली बात तो मेरे को उसको list होके and everything when a company becomes limited, right? जो financial जो पहले disclosure में नहीं थे, अब वो बाहर आ रहे हैं, right? So I would want to actually see 1 or 2 years of list होने के बाद के actual जो वो क्या दिखाते हैं अपने financials को लेके. Then only I would actually recommend it. If I know the management personally, after that, if I've gone into in the AGMs and things, then maybe, otherwise no. Because yeah, stock market में ना opportunities कभी खत्म नहीं होती हैं. It's every month, every year you would actually end up finding 1 or 2 companies that would do the wealth creation work for you over the period of next 10-20 years. So I am always away from IPOs.
Got it. And when people talk about small cap companies versus blue chip companies, what would you suggest? Like, which is more
I would always go for small cap.
In the short term and long term both. And why would you go for always short cap? Yeah.
Okay, I would. Short cap companies basically अब उनका ये होता है ना. So ये theory मैंने recently पढ़ी थी, मेरे को बहुत logical लगी. Even though मेरा preference हमेशा से short cap companies में रहा है, So okay, we consider two companies now. One is जिसका 1 लाख करोड़ का कैपिटल है, मार्केट कैप है, and then there is another जिसका सिर्फ 1,000 करोड़ का मार्केट कैप है, या हल्का सा और छोटा, possibly 500 करोड़ का मार्केट कैप है, right? So now इस वाले कंपनी को over a period of 5 to 10 years to actually go to 10x or 20x, you would actually need to pump probably 1 lakh crore every year, right? है ना, उस पॉइंट तक पहुंचने में, एवरी जब भी 1x होगा वो चीज, सो यू एंड अप अगेन पंपिंग दैट मच ऑफ मनी to reach that point.
Stop you just
No
for a
doubt.
second, but it is going contradictory to your point. First वाला जो you said कि if you have some company which you have surety कि ये तो अच्छा परफॉर्म कर ही रही है, and there is a small company जिसका track record बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, but you are saying
शॉर्ट कंपनी, शॉर्ट कैप के नहीं, शॉर्ट कैप के भी ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड होते हैं 10-10 साल के, 15-15 साल के. डज नॉट मीन कि वो गंदी होती है, राइट? अब जैसे जो मैं करता हूँ अभी, राइट? सो जो एक होते हैं तेरे ब्लू थे, जैसे तेरे निफ्टी 50 में आ गए सारे के सारे, और इवन बियॉन्ड दैट जिनके क्या कहते हैं नाम अच्छा है, वो सब अच्छा है, राइट? बट आई नो दोज आर दोज कंपनीज दैट हैव ऑलरेडी गिवन दोज बिग एज रिटर्न्स, राइट? वो ऑलरेडी दे के अपने पीक क्या कहते हैं मार्केट कैप पे
maturity, I would say.
Now I'm not into they are already on their maturity level. They are on their stage third of their cycle, right? At that peak. So I don't want to enter into that. Up short cap company mein, even though it's just 1,000 crores or probably 700-500 crores, I could actually, invest a decent sum of money. उनका 10 साल का पूरा ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड पढ़ के, उनके मैनेजमेंट से बात करके, like on IGMs, and then once I go to an AGM, so not IGM, AGM, I get to know them personally, I get to know how the management is. If I have the trust over the management, I would go blind into the company. That's how it works.
Basically, you're investing on people.
Good, that works. Yes, I'm basically investing on people and financials.
Got it.
So I would go for short term, yes. Short cap,
sorry. Makes sense. And following this question, if someone wants to invest in a short cap company, what are the 3 things you would suggest to check, like background check or anything? 3 things.
All right.
that you
First,
should check.
you do your due diligence on financials. For the past 10 years, you need to know that uska ROE, return on equity, is basic financials. Your returns are good, right? Second thing, you need to know the company is on trend.
Okay.
That's it. These are 2 basic things
on
that you
trend.
need to know. If you're on trend, yes.
But
we'll
trend
talk about
isn't,
that, what exactly trend
isn't, yeah, coming on to that, like what is trend, and isn't trend a short-lived thing?
No, trend is not exactly a short-lived thing. So, okay, when we define trend, it can be of 1 year, it can be of 2 years, it can be of actually 21 years, right? I have seen companies that have been on an upward trend for the past 21 years now, right?
Okay.
So there are people who invest in companies क्या कहते हैं जो अपने base पे हो, like they have just started their movement upwards, right? And those are very long term investors, right? They can go on investing for a number of years without actually worrying कि वो stock कहाँ जाता है, right? So उसमें your management, your trend, your financials, everything comes in consideration, right? अब देख जो छोटे trends होते हैं, your 1 साल हो गया, 2 साल हो गया, 3 साल हो गया, उसमें basically you just have to see कि उसका trend कहाँ से कहाँ shift हो रहा है, so okay, so basically stock market में ना 4 trends होते हैं, stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. One is जब एकदम bottom पे चलते रहती है, right? And then once it breaks that bottom, it goes on to the stage 2, जहाँ से actually rally जिसको कहते हैं हम लोग, start हो रही है, rally जाएगी, and then जो peak करेगी, that is stage 3, जो ऊपर का U आता है, and then there is stage 4. That's how the market cycle works as well. It's peak, bottom, again peak, bottom. That's how it is. That's what trend is exactly.
And you talked about maturity. So for a big company, how would you know कि like this company has reached the maturity? Like what are the red flags? You see that no, इस company में invest तो बिल्कुल नहीं करना.
ये ना 2 चीज होगी इसमें वापस से कि जब मैं ये बोलता हूँ कि मेरे को इसमें इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना, अब ना either it is mature as in उसका market cap is probably beyond 50-70,000 lakh crores.
For example, I will take the example of ITC, if people can relate to, because ITC is in the business of basically the revenue comes from cigarettes and the market is saturating.
Right.
So how
Right.
would you be sure कि अब market और नहीं बढ़ सकता, maybe from their product innovation or something like that? How would you know that no, this company has reached the maturity, अब इतना फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा उसको?
Okay, so I think अभी ITC is at 190 or 200 something, है ना? So अब इसमें ये होता है कि ITC का जो market cap है, I think it's again probably 50-70,000 crore or maybe beyond that, right? Plus, I haven't read ITC much to actually make a detailed comment on it, but just to go by the price action,
Okay.
right? What I know is कि considering a company that is standing at 50,000 crores with a current market price of 200, उसको 200 से 400 होने के लिए वापस से again someone or a group of individual, they have to pump in again 50,000 crores. So
True.
I don't, unless ITC shows something drastical change in their business model, I don't see anything happening. I don't know, over the period of next 2, 3, 4 years, I don't know, some n number of years, unless some change in the management or something regarding a good management or good work or a good product or a new innovative product happens. Before that, no, I don't think so.
Got it.
हाँ, कंसिडरिंग जो तूने पूछा मेरे से उसका क्वेश्चन कि मैं किसी कंपनी में इन्वेस्ट कब नहीं करूंगा, अगर वो मैच्योर है या मैच्योर नहीं भी है, तो जो रेड फ्लैग्स किसी भी कंपनी में आते हैं, पहला जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट मैंने लेसन लिया था NIFM में आफ्टर बर्निंग माय हैंड्स वाज डू नॉट इन्वेस्ट इन अ कंपनी जिसने अपने शेयर्स प्लेज कर रखे हो मोर देन 50%.
Got it. And why so?
इसका एग्जांपल इज गीतांजलि जेम्स. गीतांजलि जेम्स वाज वेरी क्लोजली, उसके जो ओनर था उसने जो प्रॉब्लम करी थी दैट वाज PNB, राइट? नीरव मोदी. उस कंपनी के शेयर वाज हाईली प्लेज्ड. इट वाज 90% प्लेज्ड, राइट? इफ इट वाजंट प्लेज्ड, इतना जोर का ड्रॉप नहीं आता उसमें, राइट? दैट वाज अगेन वन पार्ट एंड वन ऑफ द बिगेस्ट पार्ट. एंड प्लस द ओनर, आई थिंक इट वाज नीरव मोदी, यस इट वाज नीरव मोदी, जिसने क्या कहते हैं स्कैम करा. दैट वाज वन दैट अगेन प्लेड अ वेरी बिग एस रोल in the drop of a share, right? So first thing that we come to know is you need to know the management. Is it that are they good or are they bad? You need to, certain mess ups hote hain that is out of beyond control, right?
From the external
beyond
environment.
that, hanji, that is one thing, right? But even beyond that, ये ना बहुत एक weird saying है, but this is actually true. Never invest or try to stay away in investing in someone who is extra flamboyant, right? Whose management or whose owner is extra flamboyant. That was Nirav Modi, right? And I don't know, something clicked and that actually happened. The stock tanked down big time because the mess up that he created. So that was one. Never pledge your share. That is like one of the biggest rules that I follow. Do not invest in company जिसका financial और जिसके sale, right, पिछले 4 साल से negative downtrend पे हो, right? और उसका क्या कहते हैं net profit is also going on a downtrend, because उसमें ये होता है कि the company is not earning. They might be earning through their other income, but that is not their operating income. Operating as in जो main core से आ रहा है उनके. Other is some side business. So we don't do that.
True.
उसके अलावा management, you need to talk to the management. Like what if you go to an AGM and the management is very hesitant to actually speak, or to answer the questions that you are putting forward. That is again a red flag, because the management is ignorant and they don't care basically. So you again don't go for you don't get into bed with someone you don't trust. That's the rule, right? So that's that. Yes.
Got it.
ये बहुत basic चीजें जो expand करके ना बहुत बड़ी बन जाती हैं once you actually get into it.
Totally makes sense. And when you are choosing a portfolio, so are there any ideal number of companies that you should put in your portfolio, like 10 or 15 or 20, or there is no number?
Okay, that depends what kind of an investor you are. And so ideally what I do is I do not go beyond 3 stocks.
Only 3 stocks? Why? Because I've seen big investors putting 20 companies or more than 15 companies in their portfolio. And one more thing, so putting in so less stocks, like 3 or 5, isn't it a big risk, because you have only invested your money in just 3 companies and you haven't diversified your risk?
Okay, अब एक बात अब इसमें ऐसी होती है कि जब हम लोग रिस्क की बात करते हैं, so मेरा perspective regarding risk is, मान ले if I have supposedly I have 10 crores in hand, right? And मेरे को सिर्फ 2 कंपनी पसंद आई है, right? And I know कि उसका risk, now by risk what I mean is कि मेरे को उसका डाउन पॉइंट पता है कि अगर आज के दिन कुछ मार्केट में कुछ भी मैसअप हुआ या कुछ भी हुआ एंड अगर वो नीचे गया तो I would cut my position off if it goes 5%, 10%, 15%, 20% down. I am not ready to sacrifice more than 10% of my whole capital. जितना मैंने उसमें डाला है. I've already defined my risk. अब I wouldn't care much if I've diversified into 25 stocks or 30 stocks. Okay. Also, the second thing, कि you don't have anyone under you to handle your portfolio. It is just solely you, right? And तेरे पास तूने अपना बहुत अच्छे से रिस्क डाइवर्सिफाई कर रखा है. तेरे पास 25 स्टॉक है और आज में ही स्टॉक मार्केट क्रैश कर गया है ना. अब तेरे को कम से कम 5-7 मिनट लगेगा. एंटर करा प्राइस, एग्जिट, एंटर, एग्जिट, एंटर, एग्जिट, और तेरा जो लॉस हो ना डाइवर्सिफिकेशन में वो बहुत जोर का बढ़ता जाएगा.
True.
So that is again a reason that I don't invest in a lot of stocks, because मेरे is because of this reason I've lost थोड़ा बहुत पैसा. Yes. So that was again one learning for me. Just do not overbuy. That does not make sense as long as you know कि इस stock का downward side कितना हो सकता है. That is what we call risk in its essence. Lot of traders, lot of investors. Okay, but talking about the big investors, उनको problem नहीं है कि if they can actually take 30% negative, maybe 40%. I've seen people. I know
what
people.
you do is, if the stock dips 5%, you're gonna sell it. You won't wait कि पूरा dip जाए then ऊपर जाए.
हाँ, मेरा stop loss, as long as मेरा stop loss hit now, it's all about the stop loss for me.
So it's not for you कि अगर एक stock है वो you are confident about it, but अभी के लिए कम चला गया and it's going very down. So you won't wait कि वो bounce back करेगा future में and all.
नहीं. That is the most. I would of course take out my money. क्योंकि देख, it is not कि जो हम लोग first buying करते हैं ना stock किसी भी stock में, वो सारी एक बारी में नहीं होती है. We call it pyramiding, right? We invest eventual sums. It is reaching our levels. Now it's time to again enter. हमारा stop loss keeps on trailing. All right, fine. Now it was 8%, 10%. Now it's gone. The stock has gone up 30%. Now I've just, move my stock or stop loss to my cost price. And then I'm free, because now I know I'm risk free. I would then again move up to 10%, 20%. That's how it goes. And that's how I'll keep in, pumping in my money eventually as it reaches my price. So that's how it is. So because that's how I know it's in trend. And there are other indicators and other tools and arsenals that I have to actually know it's in trend.
True.
And to know my stop losses as well.
Got it. And for people who have a regular job, जिनको दिन में time नहीं मिलता trading का, so I have heard that there are ways that you can put money in stock market when the market closed. So is it a good idea to invest after like 4 p.m. and जितना भी रात का time होता है?
Is it in other markets?
No. It is in Nifty and Sensex. You can invest after the market closes, but you won't be able to invest at the market price जिस पे खत्म होता है. तो कुछ होता है, फिर difference होता है price का.
See, the last minute you can actually get into a stock is, I think, at just 329.59 seconds. Beyond that, you cannot enter into a stock. That's the closing time. The market closes at that time.
No, but I have bought a stock. So होता क्या है उसमें कि I bought a stock at 7 p.m. So when 7 p.m. पे bid लगा दी, but the bid will only be open when the market opens.
वो you can do any time. आपका वो उठेगा नहीं उस time पे. That is different.
Exactly.
Right? You can do any time. That you can do रात के 12 बजे या सुबह के even 5-6 बजे भी. That's not a problem.
So
but the last time you can actually have a stock in your portfolio.
True.
Right?
So उसमें कुछ disadvantage होता है? नहीं फर्क पड़ेगा.
नहीं कुछ disadvantage नहीं होते. That's all chill.
It's all chill.
आपको सिर्फ अपना. So there is this thing. मेरे को याद नहीं आ रहा उस चीज का नाम. I'll tell you. खोज के एक बारी. तो उसमें ना आपका ये होता है कि लिमिटेड ऑर्डर होता है एक तरीके से कि you know किस प्राइस पे एंटर करना है, and your stop loss is again defined. कि in life, whenever it touches that, the portal will automatically cut it for you or settle the trade for you. So it's never a bad deal, even if you're working to actually enter into a trade. It's fine.
Got it.
No risk, I say.
And when it comes to tax saving, so till how much investment can you save the tax through stocks?
I think any earning. Okay, अब इसमें आता है फिर म्यूचुअल फंड की बात होती है. Right, tax saving maybe it is basically about mutual fund. and I am very bad at mutual funds. All I know is कि 1.5 lakh तक आपको tax saving कर देते हैं पूरा. I think it comes under ELSS, something of that sort.
I'm talking about the
I'm not
earning
doing
through
mutual
stocks. For example, you are earning certain amount of money through stocks. So किस limit तक you won't need to pay any tax. There is something like that, right?
See, I think if you are anyways earning beyond 2.5 lakhs and आपके मान लो your salary is exactly 2.6 lakhs and आपको I think stock में भी earning हो रही है 1.5 lakh की 1.5 lakh, you'll still be taxed. अगर आप
so there is no difference.
और अगर आप there is no difference. I don't think so.
Got it. And my last question, then Janendra will take. What is the thumb rule? Or what is the basic knowledge I think a common man should take before entering the stock market? Like a few
that you should know your risks, right? Okay. So the basic
one more
thing that
a follow-up of this, how much money of your total earnings should you invest in the stock market?
Okay. So the first thing कि पहली बात stock market में घुसने से पहले आपको क्या-क्या चीजें पता होनी चाहिए. So first is your risk, right? And you should know to put in your effort when you know, if you want to invest in a company, you should actually take out some time to read about the company. Because if you do not, and if you are not equipped with the right knowledge of the company, you will anyways end up losing money, which I'm sure nobody wants because it's their hard-earned money. You know. Second question that you asked regarding
how much part of your income? How much part?
Right, how much part of your income? So depends. Okay, so if you have saved probably like 80,000 a month, right? You should in the most ideal case invest at least 30 to 40% of your income, maybe more. That is the safe part, not the spend. So what if you've earned 1 lakh, right? You've spent 30,000, 70,000 may say you should at least, put in 35,000 or 50,000 in the stock market if you're equipped with the right knowledge. That's how it should be. So like, that's how I make sure my family does that. No.
If a person has a good knowledge about stock markets, then investing in maybe FD and all these things which give a low.
So that's the worst thing then.
Worst thing.
It's the worst thing, right? Of course, because you can easily, if you know that about stock market very well, right? आपको साल का 6% anyways would not give you a hard on.
True.
You get what I'm saying? That's how it is. I mean, you can easily earn more than 10, 15, 20% if you are equipped with the right knowledge. अगर आपको पता हो हल्का सा भी क्या, in fact, a bit more than हल्का सा.
And one follow-up question: if you invest equally in Nifty or Sensex, so is it true that it will give a higher return than maybe your FD or your PPF or something like this? For example, you invest equal proportion in every company, all the 50 companies.
Okay. So what happens is there is this thing called passive and active investing, right? Passive investing में ये होता है that this is again I think comes under mutual fund only. So इसमें ये होता है कि if over the period of say last 15-20 years, Nifty has performed better than your FDs.
Okay.
Because there has been years जहाँ पे Nifty ने in a year has given 15%. There's been years जहाँ पे negative भी गया है. If you net come on to that conclusion, it is approximately 10 to 15% CAGR.
It is again better than PPF or PF or FD.
Yes. Yes. Any day.
Basic thumb rule: if anyone doesn't know anything about stock market, what they can do is they can invest their money proportionally in Nifty or Sensex, and they will anyway get a better return.
They should. There is never a certainty, right? But
the past have shown this.
Yes, they have.
Again, Johnny and Pushkar, you have any questions? You can go ahead.
We talk about education in this sector. Every time I talk to somebody who's in this stock market, he or she usually says, first of all, we should educate ourselves. Then we should invest. But as a common people, as a common men, how can we educate ourselves? Because normally we don't get education from college or school. So how to get that information or how to get that knowledge? Because if I read novels on stock market, it's all about psychologically, but it does not talk about the technicals or fundamentals of the stock market. So how to get that knowledge?
Okay, so same Mary journey started on the same note because moving from engineering to क्या कहते हैं NIFM जहाँ पे सारे बच्चे was they already knew what economics, what stock market, what everything actually was. Right, I think I was the dumb fuck of the class at that time because I knew actually nothing was time pe. Right, so I went on Google and I started to first figure things out what exactly we should actually read in stock market how to actually get introduced to that stuff what actually it is, what is fundamental, what is technical, what exactly it is. Right, so there was a book I think I came across. Yeah, abhi tak meri favorite book hai. It's called Buffetology. That is like something that if you have been in the market for like probably 1 or 2 hours, that helps you actually understand what fundamental is. भाई फंडामेंटल आप पता है फंडामेंटल एक्चुअली बहुत सिंपल चीज है. उसमें आपको सिर्फ देखना है कि भाई कंपनी बस कि सेल्स धीरे 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 बढ़ते जा रहे हैं और कोई और मैसअप्स नहीं है. सो इट्स बेसिकली सेल एंड सम अदर फ्यू थिंग्स वंस गो ऑन गूगल और आई टेल यू सम बुक्स जिससे पढ़ के you'll actually know कि how actually fundamental works. For technical side, what I did was I took mentoring from someone who actually knew trading very well. Right, so that's how I got to know technical. Beyond that, there is this book called Stock Market Wizard, written by Mark Minervini. So that guy, okay, so पहले मेरा ये misconception था कि being a trader, you cannot earn or you cannot generate 2x to 3x on your portfolio, right? You can only do that being a fundamental investor or a proper long-term investor, right? So I think this book kind of changed my life in a way. Ki now I know ki in 1 or 2 years, it is not difficult to actually convert your portfolio or make it at least 2 or 3x just solely by trading or just by knowing the trend. And what you ask, actually how do we go about knowing ki stock market mein entry kaise karte hain and what exactly stock market is? Okay, so you need to read books, not newspaper per se, because newspaper में बहुत सारी recommendation companies के बारे में वैसे भी लिखा होता है. So just read it as a leisure thing, not something that will actually help you in the stock market. Mainly go by reading books by investors or any material that you find on stock market, on fundamental and technical trading on Google, and जिसके decent ratings हो. You go about reading Buffetology. Then there is this person called Philip Fisher, common stocks and uncommon profit. Then there is
quite
this
famous book.
Yes, it is one of my favorite books as well, because
I've read that.
Even though it is obsolete, even though it is completely obsolete, but in a way, you get to know कि what's happening. कि market में if you go to an AGM, आपको क्या क्या पूछना है और आपके questions किस around revolve करेंगे. So anything, हाँ जी.
One more question, like foreign investors की जो books होती है, is it valid in Indian conditions? Because
sorry.
My question is, जो हमारे foreign investors हैं, उनकी जो books है या उनकी जो terminology है, वो इंडिया में applicable है? Because what I have found, जो USA की जो मार्केट है वो इंडिया से काफी डिफरेंट
है. Right.
So is it applicable? Is it valid?
I think just उनको I think what they understand is they understand profits and everything, right? अगर कुछ terminology में difference भी I think they just go on Google or they just understand the alternative term for that thing. There is not much difference. If you want to invest in क्या कहते हैं Dow Jones or NYSE, you can still do that, no problem. It is just, you just need to get yourself again equipped or get yourself accustomed, with their books, which I don't think is much difficult. Just for them, they have to just, get to know or get themselves similar to our books, जो हमारे annual reports होते हैं. It's no difference. It's everything is the same. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. And one more thing, people like me, usually what we do, like we follow the people, like we follow Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, known as big bull of
right.
Indian market.
Right,
so
right.
I follow that guy. So should I invest in his portfolio or should I wait for it?
Okay, so पता problem mirroring में ना कुछ case में if you know a lot of investors उनमें से if you are lucky enough mirroring would work for you if they have invested in the period of last 3 or 4 months even और पहले 2-3 दिन पहले या एक हफ्ते पहले problem with these big investors is कि उनका ना portfolio में उनकी buying is possibly 7-8 years back अब possibly जहां वो exit कर रहे होंगे आप वहां enter कर रहे होगे right so उनका exit would be at the peak आपका entrance would be at the peak so वहां से अगर गिरा you'd be at a massive loss मतलब you would exit anyways but that is not an ideal time for you to enter you're at a stage 3 entrance like this happened with me one time so I think I entered this stock called Shimaru back when I was in college in IFM right and I was trying to mirror some investor है ना उस टाइम पे आई जब उसने एग्जिट करा आई डिडंट बिकॉज वो लोग अलग पर्सनल डीलिंग्स भी करते हैं राइट इफ दे एग्जिट दे एंटर थ्रू मल्टीपल चैनल्स राइट उनका नेम अलग अलग होता है इंस्टीट्यूशन का जैसे अगर वो एंटर करते हैं उस एक स्टॉक में दैट आई डिडंट नो आई डिडंट हैव द राइट नॉलेज मैंने भी एंटर करा एंड आई थिंक विद इन द फर्स्ट वन ईयर राइट द स्टॉक टैंक मोर देन 80% एंड आई थॉट कि अगर वो इन्वेस्टर है तो मैं क्यों एग्जिट करूं अभी and I ended up losing 70% of my capital. That was like one of the biggest blunders that I actually did. I mirrored someone else's portfolio. So never do that. Because see, I don't think someone should have a problem, spending 1 hour a day to know about a company, to actually, invest himself first into the company and then buy into the company. So do not mirror. All it'll take is a bit of a time to read about the company. That's all it'll take. So yeah, does that answer your query?
Yeah, of course. Actually, the problem with us is like we study 16 years for a job, but we don't
Right.
study a hour to invest our money.
Of course. See, I was reading this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad. If you have read the book, if you've heard about the book,
that's quite interesting one.
So उसमें ये same चीज बोलता है. Sorry.
I've read 3 part of that book, Rich Dad Poor, that cash flow, advanced cash flow.
Right. So Rich Dad Poor Dad में ना एक बहुत सही चीज बोलता है कि the problem with our education system is that in most of it they haven't invested or they haven't put in money or put in extra time in the curricular to teach children about financial knowledge or to equip them with the right financial arsenal. That is the whole problem. And once we are into being an adult into the world by our own self, we actually it takes us time to get used to the whole scenario of saving, spending and earning and how to invest if you want to invest, right? So that's the problem. The whole financial scene should be in our portfolio, in our curriculum to actually help the children to know what happens and to know what's going on around once you become an adult.
One quick question. Any movie you would like to recommend to people related to stock market? Maybe some movie that motivated you.
Of course, The Wolf of Wall Street. That is like that's how I knew what shit goes down in stock market if I ever get into that. Right back then when I didn't have much knowledge about stock market, so us time pe it kind of motivated me, to get into stock market, seeing what's happening because I wanted to be there also as well. Us fun ko, to actually experience that kind of fun. But once I got into stock market, I realized कि वो थोड़ा अलग scene है. That does not do justice to stock market, right? So that is one. Then there is
you imagined basically all the things.
Of course I did at one point, but then I realized कि वो brokers है, मैं investor हूँ. So that is different. My thing is different. Then there is Big Short. That's again a good movie.
Amazing movie.
And yes, also अगर आपने वो show देखा हो, and I'm sure सब में देखा होगा, The Scam 92. So these are the 3 things I would recommend. Just go watch it. You will be all sorted. You will be motivated enough to run your things through pretty well.
Johnny, you can go ahead.
Okay. So my question is, what are the basic tools and let's say stats you use to analyze a stock. Let's say for a beginner also, let's say RSI, stock momentum, all those things. What should a beginner use and what should he study about?
Okay, so okay, depends कि अगर आप technically short term investing की बात करते हो या फिर long term investing की बात करते हो, right? अगर आप short term की बात कर रहे हो, so the first thing or anything that you want to know in case of short term is the stock in trend? Is it in an upward trend or is it in a downward trend? Because you should never invest your money अगर वो downward trend में हो. Second thing that you need to know is it making higher highs or is it making higher lows? अगर continuously higher highs बना रहा है, that basically means the stock is going up, right? Third thing is the right price determines your return, of course. So even if it makes a higher high, you need to enter at the right time जहाँ पे आपका risk कम से कम हो, right? So that is again fourth thing. अगर if you know what RSI is, then you need to know about divergence and negative divergence and positive divergence. You need to know about that. And if people do not know, then I think you have to go online and read a bit about it because that will again be a very long conversation on this. Bro, आपकी आवाज कट गई है.
Right.
नहीं आ गई. Right.
Last thing, a basic thing. Like a investor like me, if I am a new one and I want to invest in one stock, let's say, I should read about the company, like you said, about the market capital, about the distribution of stocks in the public by with the board members and with the promoter.
Right. You need to know the management.
You said sales also.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So, right. Agar aap as a beginner, if you want to actually invest in the stock market, so first thing first, you should always, what I used to do as a beginner was the first thing that I did was to go on Google, write the promoter's name and see कि उसके against कोई legal case pending है या नहीं है. Right? Was he ever involved in a scam? Was कि अगर कोई company के against, is there any क्या कहते हैं charge sheet filed against the company? Because इससे ना ये पता लगता है कि company कितनी ethical है, ethical नहीं है. Right? Okay. Second thing you need to know कि promoter की holding company में कितनी है, promoters की holding. Right. Ideally, it has to be more than 50%. And हर साल, not exactly हर साल, अगर कोई company buyback कर रही है, right? Buybacks होने चाहिए या फिर अपने basically buybacks होनी चाहिए because इससे ना आपको ये पता लगता है कि company को अपनी promoters को अपनी company पे भरोसा है, तभी वो share और अपने वापस खरीदे जा रही है market से लेके. Right. Third thing, you need to know that sale is growing not exponentially, but it is growing regularly. बहुत erratic नहीं है. Very famous quote by Warren Buffett कि predictability is our friend. Right? If your earnings are not predictable, you would actually not know where the company stands in the next 10 years. If it is predictable, you can actually make a whole business model by your own self. You wouldn't need any third party क्या कहते हैं books or any third party reports to trust it or trust the reports. So predictability is your main friend. Third out the fourth thing, you need to go and actually talk to the management. Just go to the AGM and just see कि वहाँ पे अगर कोई third बंदा question पूछ रहा है, so are they or is the management actually replying or are they ignoring what they're asking? Because that simply shows the ignorance or how much they are well involved with their audience.
Okay.
Basically, ROE, percentage return. I think I was reading this book. उसमें ना simply ये लिखा है कि you would invest in companies just to shortlist. पहली बात तो, if you have to shortlist any company, shortlist those companies जो पिछले 10 से 15 साल से उनका CAGR is at least 15%. Because if any company is giving 15% of return annually, that is the actual wealth creator for you in a long term. Because you never know कि कहाँ पे बड़े institutions की नजर उस पे पड़े, and in just you've been holding something for 5 years, and in that 1 year it will shoot the stock up by 3x or 4x, and that has happened before.
Okay.
So yeah.
And do you think as a beginner we should invest in PSUs? That will be safer?
Not really. I mean, safe. तो of course, safe is a very. It's about perspective. Basically, कि कहाँ पे आपका अगर मान लो आपका risk 3% का है किसी में, that is still safe for you. किसी का risk he is ready to take a risk of 8%. That is safe for him. So that is a very prospective kind of a thing for him. So basically, invest in companies that you know about. Does not matter if it's a PSU or if it's just पिछले just 7-8 साल 10 साल पहले list हुई है. That's fine. That is fine. You just need to know the company. हाँ जी.
जिसके fundamentals clear हो तुम्हें, जिसका तुम्हें interest हो basically sector में, कि तुम read करते रहो और invest करने की
प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. हाँ, फंडामेंटल समझ में ना लोगों को लगता है कि बहुत बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड है कि वो लोग कर पा रहे तो हम कैसे कर पाएंगे. ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं है. सिर्फ आपके सामने लाइनें हैं, आपको सिर्फ हल्की सी भाई एडिशन, सब्ट्रैक्शन, मल्टीप्लिकेशन, डिवीजन ही आनी चाहिए एक्सट्रैक्ट करने के लिए डेटा. और डेटा एक्सट्रैक्शन इज नॉट लाइक एंटरिंग इनटू अ वॉल्ट और अ सेफ. You have to be extremely expert into it. You just have to, actually just know minute details about it. That's it. My dentist, he's an investor, right? Recently, when I joined CFA, so उस time पे there was this dude जो पिछले 25 साल से he was practicing medical, right? He got into CFA, he shut down everything, and now he's actually उसका अपना खुद का firm है where he's actually, he has clients recommending stocks and everything. So that's not a problem. Getting into it is very easy. You just need to know your risk. That is it.
Cool.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it answers.
Cool.
Thank you so much.
Anji, it's all good.
Questions over? And one last thing, like how would you predict the market in the next coming months or in the next coming years, considering the pandemic situation?
Okay, so according to me, the market, before it actually peaks out and starts to go down into a bear mode, I think it should at least, or at max, at max, go up to 24,000. Okay. Considering every situation, because the second this lockdown ends and a bit of happy wave goes around, the stock market will again start shooting. Okay, so for the past 3 months, if you have actually followed the stock market from January से लेके अब तक, market एक continuous हल्के से downward trend में है, right? और अब जाके it has started to go up because I think there is something what market basically does is it factors in the news or it factors in something that might happen in the future आज के दिन पे, right? It discounts everything, right? So now it has started again to go up. So there might be a possibility of some good news regarding the pandemic or anything of that sort that will again start pushing the market up. अगर आपने 2020 के टाइम पे भी देखा हो, जब लॉकडाउन लगने चालू हुए थे फरवरी के टाइम से, राइट, एंड मार्च अप्रैल तक थिंग्स वेंट थोड़ा ईज ऑन होना चालू हो गया था चीजों को लेके. उसी पॉइंट से स्टॉक मार्केट स्टार्ट टू शूट अप फ्रॉम 74 और 6800, 7400. It directly shot up till 15,000. Yeah, right? That was a 100% return in the period of almost 1 year, right? Magical time. I think that was some crazy ass time, of course. So now again, we should see some crazy ass movement and thodi halki lambi movement, because I'm still very bullish on the market, considering the whole mess up scene all over the nation. But I'm still very bullish.
Got it. And in the end, would you like to talk about something about your firm that you're running, about investing money and all?
Okay, so I am going through my legal process to actually forming it, right? Because now that I have some clients, so now we need to go through the legal process. So what I do and what we do, me and my team, basically, we invest first is for your income creation, for someone who who wants to sit back, relax, and jiska apna kaam hai, who can actually invest and has a not exactly a very deep pocket but an okayish pocket, jisme se around 70% we invest for long term companies jahan pe we know that when you are at probably 30, 35, 40, and when you want to fucking travel the whole you want to do the travel scene and actually relax things, so we make sure we do the wealth creation on that end. On second and 30% of your capital that you want to invest, that is for short term. Like for every month or every 2 months, we'll keep generating profits for you and putting back into your hands. So yes, that's what basically I do. Analyze, advise, and make them rich.
Amazing.
Hopefully,
So,
yes.
Yeah, it was an amazing podcast, and I think people will able to gain a lot of knowledge. So thank you again.
Thanks, man. Thanks for inviting me, man. Thanks for it was my pleasure.
It was always your dream also to come to my podcast.
Of course, मेरे को 2 दिन से नींद नहीं आ रही थी. I was so excited for this podcast.
That is the reason you started this channel.
Of course, it was my pleasure, man. It was my pleasure to be on the podcast.
Okay, thank you so much.
And I hope सबको समझ में आ गया यार अब regarding everything that I spoke and I tried to explain.
Yes. Thank you so much. It was great.
It was my pleasure, man. It was my pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming to our.
Sorry, bro.
It was our pleasure to have you. You have great knowledge.
Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man.
So thank you so much for coming to our podcast. This is Pushkar, Johnny, I, and Kshitij, and we are signing off. Thank you.